Go.
Action.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to Wilde Reads. My name is Dave. Vicky is back on the channel, everyone. Recently I posted a video asking for questions for my 2K Q&A. Recently I went over 2,000 subscribers, and the last time we did this for 1,000 subscribers I said I would be back with Vicky to do a 2K Q&A. So that's what we're going to do. So I've got my cup of tea ready. Vicky's got the questions ready. And let's go. Crack on with the questions.
Right, your first question is from Emily Boone.
Yes. Hello, Emily.
Hello, Emily. She said, what is a popular book that you didn't like? Or if that's too controversial, what is an underrated book that you feel should be talked about more? Looking forward to seeing Vicky. Hello.
There's been one recently, actually. Sing Unburied Sing from Jasmine Wilde, which was shortlisted for the Women's Prize, and it's really popular on BookTube, but I just couldn't connect with the characters. It was beautifully written, but I've tried the book and I've tried the audio book, and it's just not working for me. So I haven't DNF'd it totally. I might go back to it in the future, but it just might be one of those things that just doesn't, you know, it's a really popular book. Everyone seems to love it. I didn't.
Next one is from Helen Checkley. She says,
Hello.
Hello. My question is, do you reread your books?
Oh, do I? I've not been great at rereading. Not because I'm against rereading, but I've just got so many books that I haven't yet read that I want to read. And my absolute favourites that I have reread in the past, but I haven't reread. I think the last one I reread was a biography of Stephen Fry. Right,
next one is from Time for Books.
Oh.
He says, I have a question.
Is it he or she?
I don't know.
I don't know. Time for Books.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is your favourite book? Just kidding. We all know. And we all know you keep buying up every edition. Yes.
Yes.
Saw another one in the charity shop the other day. A real question. What is your favourite book to film adaptation? I love comparing films to their books, and it's become a little popular on BookTube lately.
My favourite book to film adaptation would have to be, I think, Never Let Me Go from Ishiguro. I thought the book's one of my favourite books anyway, and I think that they did a fantastic job with the film.
Next one's from Anthony Andrews.
Anthony Andrews. Hi, Anthony.
Right, what's the
congratulations, Anthony, on your meteoric rise through on BookTube. You're doing really well.
Yeah, well done, Anthony. What's the best book you've ever read? Do you want me to say these?
So best book I've ever read, Howard's End.
What's the worst book you've ever read? Well, if it was that bad, you probably wouldn't have read it all.
No, that's true. In recent memory, The Noise of Time from Julian Barnes.
What book do you always reread?
Howard's End.
Correct. What was your favourite book as a child?
Oh, that's a good one. Favourite book as a child was probably, I am of the Enid Blyton generation, and the Enid Blyton books before they were republished in their sort of politically correct form. Someone said once that was Kate Winslet. Kate Winslet bought up the rights to Enid Blyton books and republished them. But I don't know if that's true or not. I used to love, as a child, The Railway Children.
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland. All like the old favourites. The Jungle Book. All like the old childhood favourites, really. That's another idea for a video. Favourite books as a child. But yeah, Enid Blyton, The Railway Children. The film's brilliant, isn't it? They are the books that I enjoyed most as a child.
And who is your favourite booktuber?
Oh, impossible to answer that one, Anthony. I've got lots of favourite booktubers from, you know, I've got them in a folder, so I've got all the A-listers in one folder, you know, the people with really big, and that I started watching. So Simon from Savage Reads, Sophie from Portal in the Pages, the Laurens, you know, Lauren Whitehead from Reads and Daydreams, Jen Campbell, Lauren from Lauren and the Books. I've got different booktubers that I go to for different things. If I want cheering up, I'll go to Lauren and the Books. If I want something insightful and thoughtful, I'll go to you know, Matthew from MCS Books, whose videos are superb. and they're like BBC4 documentaries. They're brilliant. So I've got lots of different booktubers. I haven't got a favourite booktuber. My range has sorry. Sorry.
I wasn't paying attention. It's just my phone keeps switching.
My range has grown now. So yeah, I haven't got a particular favourite.
This one's from Jacqueline McMenamin. She's been following your booktube for a couple of months. I didn't know it existed before March. How did you get involved?
How did I get involved? I just started watching, really, and I was watching it for a couple of years. I can't remember. I think one day I just typed in into YouTube, you know, using it as a search engine. I wanted a book recommendation for something to read, and I think one of Jen's videos came up, one of Jen Campbell's videos came up, and I just started watching it. And then as you watch one, more get recommended to you. So then I found, you know, people like Mercedes, and a couple of years ago Simon came on, and then I thought, well, maybe I could do this. And I said to you, didn't I? I said, I'm going to do a booktube channel.
And you kept putting it off.
I kept on putting it off because I thought you needed a load of high-tech equipment, which you don't. Sat down one day, bought a tripod, and sat down one day and recorded my booktube newbie tag, and that was it. That was it really. I just haven't looked back from then. Well, thank you for your question.
No, there's more.
Oh, is it?
There's more.
Oh, there's more.
Right, okay.
It's a multi-part question.
Yeah. Whose channel would you now like to encourage?
Oh, lots of them. You know, there's lots of people on booktube that are, in my opinion, underwatched. So, you know, I've got my own little list of people that I try and encourage. Oh yeah, occasionally I go on and I just look at the booktube newbie tags and try and encourage the people coming through just to, you know, just keep making more videos. And so yes, I think I answered that in a roundabout way.
There's another one.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, another part, a three-parter. Yes. A three-pronged attack.
What was your profession before booktube?
Oh no.
He's not rich enough that he's given up.
No, I don't do this. I don't do this. This isn't full time. So this is just booktube's just a hobby. It is for everyone I know, really. For everyone I know that does it, it's a hobby. So I'm in print and publishing. So we're a commercial printer and we print books for self-published authors as well. That's my full-time. That's the day job. And this is just a sort of part-time hobby for me. This
one's from Scott Graham.
Oh yes, hello Scott.
He said, my question for you is, How Zen was never written.
Yes.
What book replaces that void in your life?
Oh God. Howard Zen was never written. No, I would probably go to my second favourite book, which is The Picture of Dorian Gray, the wonderful Oscar. I'll need to make a video about Oscar. I put on Twitter the other week, I need to make a video about Oscar, but once I start, there'll be one every week, because Oscar Wilde has been... Well, Oscar, that's where the Wilde comes from in Wilde Reads. It's a sort of homage to Oscar. The Picture of Dorian Gray from Oscar Wilde would be my next sort of go-to. That was that and Howard's End have sort of been like that through most of my life, and I've been fascinated with the life of Oscar Wilde since I was very young. So an Oscar Wilde video is coming at some point, but so yes, thank you for your question. Brilliant question. Howard Zen was never written. That's terrifying.
Dear me. Well, you wouldn't know.
No, I wouldn't know. No.
Right, okay. Next one.
Yeah.
Vanessa Bettino.
Oh, this is Veebs from Twitter. Yes. Hello, Vanessa. Vanessa lives. She's the girl lives in Canada, who has recently been over to London.
Oh, the Airbnb.
And had a terrible experience with Airbnb. Hopefully that got sorted out for you and it didn't spoil your visit to London, Vanessa. She's very supportive on Twitter. And she used to be a booktuber, but she gave up. Oh. She stopped making videos for some reason. So get back on booktube, Vanessa.
If there's one book you could unread and then read again for the first time, which book would it be? We've gone back to Howard's End.
God, I'm tempted to say Howard's End, but I don't know. I don't know if... I saw Simon talking about this the other day with Rebecca. So, Rebecca is Simon's favourite book, but he's only read it twice in his life, and it's still his favourite ever book. And he said the second time he read it. So the first time he read it, it got him into reading, and the second time he read it, he was more picky about it. I know that wouldn't happen with Howard's End because I've reread it. I've read it about 14 times, I think, and I still love it. If there was one book I'm tempted to say A Little Life, but that was such an emotional roller coaster that I don't know if I could go through it again and still come out the other side quite sane. Tin Man, I wish I could reread again. Well, I don't wish, I could reread it any time I wanted to. I'm going to say Tin Man, Sarah Winman from last year.
Good choice.
Thank you.
That's all right.
Right.
Right. This one's from James Holder. How do you organise your books?
Oh, I don't really. I've recently got some more bookshelves upstairs, and I've sort of I've got paperbacks one end and hardbacks the other end of the room. But nothing's in alphabetical order at the moment. Nothing is in read or reread or to read. I haven't come up with the system yet. What way to organise them? I think they'll be alphabetical at some point. But I'm a bit OCD with the sizes, so I like the tall books and then the short books. I need to get some sort of cataloguing because I have bought books recently and I've already got them and I didn't know, or I've forgotten that I had them. So in answer to your question, I don't organise them very well at the moment at all. It's just a bit of a mishmash.
You couldn't find one yesterday, could you?
I couldn't. I'm buddy reading the book with Brian next week from Brian's Bookshelves, and I couldn't find it, and I was looking for ages. I found it in the end.
6 minutes for me.
Hello.
Hello. And thank you for
Hello.
saying... yay to getting me back on the channel. Thank you very much. I'm fabulous, darling. Right, okay.
Yes.
My question...
Yes.
Well, not mine. 6 minutes for me's question.
Yes.
Is... Are you ready?
Yes.
What are your goals for your channel over the next year?
Oh, goals for my channel over the next year. I don't really have any. That's boring, isn't it? I didn't have any goals to start off with. I just thought, you know, I never thought it'd get to this. I never thought it'd get to 2,000, and I don't really want to make goals because I'll just be preoccupied with them meeting those goals, and it's not really a numbers game for me. Really, it's just been a really good opportunity to talk to bookish people about bookish things, and this in line with the socials, Twitter and Instagram. It's been lovely. So I don't really have any set goals. Just keep making videos. That's the only sort of goal that I've set. Just keep making them, and as long as people like the videos and carry on watching them, then I'll carry on making them.
This was from EN.
Oh right, yes.
How much time do you spend filming and editing your videos?
Oh, depends what type of video it is. Some videos are a lot quicker to make than others. Like a book haul is quite quick because you just have a pile of books. And
this one will be longer because you've got to keep editing me.
Yeah, this one will be longer. And the 6 books to look out for next month videos take a fair bit of time filming and editing because I have to put all the, well, I don't have to, but I do. I put all the covers on. But yeah, so on average, I suppose, half hour for a film and a half hour, 45 minutes for an edit. And I've tried different workflows to make this a bit quicker. So I bulk filmed lately, haven't I, on a Saturday?
Yes.
And then...
Which has been much better.
Much better. So that I get
to see each other.
Yeah, so we get some time together during the week, and I can actually get some reading done, because without doing the reading, BookTube becomes meaningless.
Second question from Ian. Do you get a lot of ARC copies from publishers?
Starting to, yes. Some of them unsolicited, and some of them I've requested, and then some of them have just been publicists or publishers contacting me via email to say, look, we've got this book, we think it will be of interest to you, do you want me to send you a copy? So yes, in answer to your question, yes, I do get sent books from publishers.
And the third question, what's the genre you most like to read?
Oh, favourite genre is literary fiction and crime thriller.
Right, this one's from the Travelling Photographer.
Oh.
If you knew your Penguin Orange Spine edition of Howard's End was safe, and you could only say one other book from a fire,
Yeah.
no further editions of Howard's End allowed,
Right.
which book would it be?
Oh, it would be
Pick a book.
probably my first edition of I've got a first edition Jungle Book.
Don't get burgled.
Yeah, yeah. If there's any burglars watching, I haven't really got a first edition Jungle Book.
Burglars can't read.
Yeah.
We'll be all right. Sorry, any burglars.
Any burglars watching this? No burglars were harmed in the making of this video. Yeah, so I'd probably read. That's my most sort of financially valuable book, probably. So I'd probably go for that, because if the house was burning down, we could at least sell the Jungle Book to get us a hotel for a week.
From Book Love.
Yes.
Howard's End is your favourite book ever. Which character?
Yes, it is.
Which character are you most like in the book, or would like to be? Hello, Vicky. Hello.
So, good question. So I'm probably the most like. Sometimes I think I'm more like Leonard Bast, and the other time I think I'm more like Tibby, the younger brother.
I had a cat called Tibby.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh. Well, Tibby's his nickname in the book. His name's Theobald, but yeah. So sometimes I think I'm more Leonard, and other times I think I'm more Tibby. But great question.
Lady King 119. What's your favourite genre to read? And of that genre, your favourite book?
My favourite genre to read. Sorry, I had to adjust the lighting there if it's gone all bright. My favourite genre to read, literary fiction, with a fair dose, sprinkling of crime thriller. Well, my favourite book of all time is, of course, Howard's End.
It's featured quite heavily in this video.
Yes, this is turned into a Howard's End appreciation video. I'll have to make another video, a dissection video on Howard's End one day, and the various adaptations of it. But yes, so yeah, literary fiction, crime thrillers, and favourite book ever, Howard's End.
Dane reads.
Oh, Dane's got a brilliant channel. Hello, Dane.
Right.
Very, very funny guy.
He wanted to know.
And he's a writer. I think he writes thrillers.
Oh.
I think he writes crime thrillers.
Oh, you like them?
I like them.
You like them?
Anyway.
Right, he's asked, on that video, your questions and answers video.
Yeah.
Or your questions video. What's the thing that's, beside you? Either a radio or an amp. You'll have to run upstairs and get in there.
Oh, no, I know what it is. No, that's my Robert's DAB radio. But yeah, I suppose it does look like a mini practice amp.
Yeah.
It isn't an amp. It's just a DAB, but it's like a retro style DAB.
Didn't you show it on another video?
Robert, yeah, I did make a favourites video, but I never published it because it was a bit lame in the end. Oh yeah, it might.
Was it on the Anthony?
Yeah, it might have been on a tag video I did. Yeah. So it's just a radio, Dane.
Anthony Andrews.
Again.
Yeah, he's back.
Anthony's back.
What camera do you use to film?
I use an iPhone. So this is an iPhone 10 that I use to film. And that's it. That's as high tech as it gets here at Wilde Reads. It's a camera. It's a phone.
Right. Okay. Next one. Joe Smith. Apart from the
Joe.
lovely Vicky, me.
Has Joe been drinking?
Right. Apart from the lovely Vicky, do you
Yes.
have many friends or family who read? What do the same friends and family think of your channel?
Yeah, so our nephew Dan he's a big reader, writer, soon to be booktuber, hopefully.
And he's very supportive.
Yeah, he's been very supportive. My two sons are hideously embarrassed about their dad being on YouTube.
Well, no, because Callum made you some little YouTube pictures. Didn't
Yeah. Your sister reads quite a lot. Debbie, she reads quite a lot down on the boat. They live on a boat in Brighton Marina.
This is from Ollie Bliss.
Ollie's lovely. Ollie's lovely.
I'll have to meet him one day.
Yeah, you'd love Ollie.
Right. Okay. He wants to know.
Yeah.
Have you got any bucket list goals, non-booktube related?
Non-book bucket list goals. Yeah, just travel really. I'd like to travel to China, India, but not on sort of tourist trails. They're mostly travel related. My bucket list goals. Yeah, so China, India, the parts of the States that I haven't been, New England. Yeah, all travel related really. Thank you, Ollie. Yeah.
Brian's bookshelves.
Brian!
What book on your shelf have you owned for the longest?
Yeah.
Easy question. What's the most recent book on your shelf?
Book on the shelf that I've owned the longest. Probably my Penguin Orange Spine edition of Howard's End. I've had that. I bought that when I was 14 for 10p at a jumble sale, and read it soon after, and then it became my favourite. Have I told you that Howard's End's my favourite book? And probably my newest book. Oh well.
You're going to have to remember which one, because we just come back from Yorkshire again, and
we've just come back from Yorkshire.
You wasn't going to buy any books, and you come back with about 20.
28.
Oh, 28.
So I bought 28 recently.
You didn't tell me about the other 8.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So you're confessing now. Amelia Root. My question is...
Hi, Amelia.
Hi, Amelia. My question is, are you interested in where your viewers come from? And could you tell us more about the statistics? I remember you did that once, but maybe it changed since you started. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So I did make it seems like ages ago now. I made this video called Where Are You Lovely Guys From? Or Where Are You Lovely People From? And it just because I found it fascinating at the time. So I went through the analytics and found out where the subscribers came from, and it was literally all over the world, wasn't it?
It was.
So I don't think that's changed that much. I know that without diving into the analytics now, I might do a video on it actually from because it's my year anniversary next month, at the end of next month. So I might do a sort of stats video about, just to share some of the stats about where people are from and who watches the channel and who watches most, gender balances, and because we get all that information. Yeah, British and America, I think they're sort of neck and neck, Britain and America at the moment. I think America is still slightly ahead. So hi to everyone in the States, thank you for watching, thank you for your support, and the UK of course, and anywhere that you watch. Thank you to everyone.
Brazil, China,
Peru, Bolivia,
Spain,
Iraq,
Bulgaria.
There's someone that watches these in Iraq. Unbelievable.
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
Right, I'm going to try and pronounce this name, and I'm sorry if I get it wrong. Karen Coutsombreras.
Oh, very good.
Thank you.
I think that's right. Hello, Karen.
Coutsombreras.
Yes.
That's it. Who's your absolute favourite author?
Yes.
Are there any book series you would recommend?
Book series? No, I'm not a great one for book series, actually. I mean, I did used to read a lot of P.G. Wodehouse. That was probably the first. So the Jeeves and Wooster, and the Blandings. That kind of thing. That was the first. That's the only series really I recommend. If you haven't read P.G. Wodehouse, then you are missing out on a real treat. My absolute favourite author is probably Ian McEwan, like a contemporary author. Ian Forster, Oscar Wilde, although he only wrote one novel.
Right, next question is from Andrew Brendan.
Hello, Andrew. I've got to say quickly, thank you. Andrew often comments on my videos, and he really goes to town with his comments.
Oh.
He takes a lot of time to compose very long and thoughtful comments, and I appreciate that, so thank you, Andrew.
Right, you've got 3 questions.
3? Oh!
Right. Right, number 1.
Yes.
Are there any books that changed or added to the way you think of or understand the world? I read In Cold Blood by Truman Capote.
Yes.
And it's not only changed how I see the world, but gave me bad dreams.
Oh. I like to take something from every book I read, and I think that you learn something from every book you read. Not necessarily if it changes your view on the world, but it's sometimes it might give you another perspective on a point that you wouldn't have realised unless you read that book. Maybe Orwell, maybe something from George Orwell is always quite thought-provoking. Down and Out in London and Paris, I remember. And a lot of his more socialist writings have been quite thought-provoking. Books versus cigarettes, it always sticks in my mind. And some of Orwell's essays. Very good question. Again, Andrew always comes up with good questions. Yeah, so In Cold Blood I haven't read. I don't think I've ever read that. So again, he's always coming up with books that I haven't read.
Question 2. Do you ever think there are too many books in the house and have the conflict of wanting to clear some out but don't want to miss out the experience of reading them?
There can never be enough books in the house.
I'm just worried about the floorboards. I don't know whether it's going to take it.
And yeah, I do need to clear.
Weight.
I do need to clear some out. I'm terrible with getting rid of books. And I even keep the books that I've read and I haven't particularly enjoyed, which is a bit silly, really, because then that you could make room for books that you end up loving. So yeah, I do need to have an unhaul at some point. That's another idea for another video.
Still from Andrew. Have you ever visited the United States? Is there a particular place in the US that interests you?
Yeah, I want to go to... yeah, I have visited the States. I love the States. And yeah, I want to go to New England. Next
one is Sarah Louise?
Yeah. Sarah, yeah.
Or Sarah
Louise, yes.
Sarah Louise. Okay, my question is, what's your favourite book to screen adaptation?
Oh, can you see that? Can you hear that fly?
Yes.
Book to screen, my favourite, Never Let Me Go from Kazuo Ishiguro.
Kelly Simpson.
Hello, Kelly.
Which of your videos have made you the proudest? The ones with me.
No, it probably is. No, it probably is.
Yes.
No, the one that's made me the proudest is the partners tag that we did. Because it was the first tag that, we created it. We came up with the questions, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And it was the first tag we ever came up with. And that tag, it was the first video. It was a lot of fun to film. And it was a lot of fun to come up with the questions. And it was the first video of mine that went over 1,000 views, which was sort of momentous in its own right. And also to see that tag being filmed by other people all over the world has been amazing. So even people that you've never seen or you've never heard of before, every now and again I check who's done the tag. And Brian and his wife Jill, Brian from Brian's Bookshelves, recently did that tag. So thank you to Brian and Jill for doing that. And a lot of my favourite booktubers have done that tag. And people in Australia, people in America, people in Spain have done that tag, and it's lovely to see a tag that you create sort of rolling on its own steam all around the world. It's really, really good to see that. So that is the video that's made me the proudest, really. So thank you for everyone that asked questions. Thank you for Vicky for answering the questions. That's it. Whatever you are doing this week, enjoy your books, and I will see you very soon for another BookTube video.
And it's a goodbye from me.
And it's a goodbye from her.
And him.
And her.
And Dave.
And Vicky.